Good morning and welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Jill and I'll be reading our pre-service meditation this morning, and I invite you all to join us with that. We're reading this morning from Ernest Holmes' book, Creative Ideas, A Spiritual Compass for Personal Expression. So we'll do this reading and then we'll move into some quiet time and just reflect upon it. It's entitled, I Am One with Life. From John 4:24, God is a spirit. Worship him in spirit and in truth. There is one God, and out of this oneness proceeds all that really is. Wonderful indeed is this conception of the union of all life, which Jesus proclaimed. I and my Father are one. All cause and all effect proceed from the invisible Spirit. Each person is one with Spirit and cannot be separated from it. Our word has power because our word is the action of God through our thought. This power is, we use it, we do not have to create it. Let us seek to use the divine nature more generously with a greater idea of God's beneficence and abundance available to us. His affirmation this morning, regardless of what my problem may be or in what direction I need guidance, I know that today I walk in a full understanding of my oneness with God. God is at the center of my being, and from this center I receive inspiration which governs my every thought and every act with certainty, love, and peace. My guidance is assured as I accept the all-knowing creative action of God through what I am. I know exactly what to do and how to do it for the establishing of right action for myself and all concerned in my life. God has no problems, and as I am an expression and creation of God, all difficulties are now removed from my experience. Just breathing in that beautiful prayer from Ernest, we allow ourselves to relax, to just focus on our breath, to become centered, and just to remember our oneness. As we begin to bring our awareness back, we'll once again hear from Ernest Holmes. Regardless of what my problem may be, or in what direction I need guidance, I know that today I walk in a full understanding of my oneness with God. God is at the center of my being, and from this center I receive inspiration which governs my every thought and every act with certainty, love, and peace. My guidance is assured as I accept the all-knowing creative action of God through what I am. I know exactly what to do and how to do it for the establishing of right action for myself and all concerned in my life. God has no problems, and as an expression of that creation of God, all difficulties are now removed from my experience. Thank you for being with us today. I invite you to just breathe that in, and when you're ready, open your eyes. This completes our meditation time. Service will begin at 10. We look forward to seeing you then. Namaste.
Mike's live. I stand? Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together, from different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole. Please be seated. Please be seated. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Great. You look fantastic. Are you ready for Santa and Christmas and the holidays and all those fun things that are about to happen? How did this get here so quickly? Reverend Lima and I were talking about it, that Thanksgiving was here very late this year and Christmas is just around the corner. So get ready. Here we go. So I'm Reverend Jill, and welcome to everyone joining us here today. If you're with us for the first time, we welcome you wherever you may be on your spiritual journey. Know that we are all just seeking and learning and exploring, and everyone is welcome to come and play with us. If you're joining us for the first time online this morning, we welcome you in our virtual community and know that you too are exactly where you need to be this day, and we welcome you into our community as well. If you are with us for the first time, or if you've been around for a while and you haven't signed up for our Saturday morning email, we do send out an update once a week that tells you what's happening, what we're talking about, events, so forth, so on. And you can sign up with QR code in the lobby or send us or on the website, actually, scottsdalecsl.org. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube this morning. And if you're ever traveling or just don't want to get up on a Sunday morning. I do have those days. We all have those days. We don't want to get up on Sunday, but here we are. And you can watch us online. You can also watch the replay of Just the Talk on Wednesday evening. And all of that library is on our website, again, scottsdalecsl.org. If you ever want to go back, if you want to introduce family or friends to our community, it's a good way for them to explore and understand who we are and what we're about. We have a vibrant spiritual community here. We have a mission, vision, and purpose statement. I would invite you to speak that into our community this morning. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. Now, you may have heard some grinding when you came in this morning. They were digging up the tile on the walkway above us. This has been a project that's gone on for a couple of months now. It was supposed to be a few weeks. I think they run into some snags. But it sounds like they may have gone to lunch during our service, so a little blessing there for us for a little quiet and peace. But if they there they go. Bless their hearts. So I think we'll have a quiet service. If not, just tune them out and focus up front. All right, some good news.
the birds and the bees. Ooh. A former barley field in Scotland has become a pollinator's paradise. It's entitled Rewilding Denmark Field. That's the name. And it's run by the Bumblebee Conservation Trust. Did you know there was one? I did not know there was a Bumblebee Conservation Trust, but there is one. And what they did is they took this 9 acres and they stopped farming it. And they stopped using pesticides and herbicides and all that and plowing it and so forth. And they let the wildflowers come back. It only took 2 years for the wildflowers and everything to come back into this field. And they were inventorying, I guess, or whatever they call it, before, and they were seeing maybe 50 bees on the whole 9 acres. And now, after 2 years, there's over 4,000. And different species are coming in, and the butterflies have come back. So the pollinators are loving this field, and there's development happening around it of new housing and stuff. And the people say that it's just so fun to go in like the spring, and the field is just a buzz with the bees and the butterflies and so forth. So Mother Nature definitely knows best. She knows what to do when we leave her alone. So the bees and the birds and the butterflies are back. All right. It's time to do our invocation and get service started. Would you join me for prayer? Oh, how good it is that we go within this morning as community, coming together by divine appointment in a blessed community of like-minded explorers. We recognize that there is one power, there is one presence, there is one life. It is infinite, it is divine, it is love and peace and joy, it is wholeness, it is one. It is the all, it is God. We know that all of that is here now present, in, through, and as me, in, through, and as each of us, in, through, and as this room and this service. For it is all God, it is all divine. Each of us being a unique expression of that creative presence, through which God lives, moves, and has its being, expressing through us as creator and creation. And so this morning, I bless this service. I bless all that have come together early this morning to volunteer and help us get things going. I bless Reverend Lee and his message. I bless all that help afterwards, our prayer circle, everyone that comes together and raises a hand in this community to help make it what it is, to make us who we are, one in God, celebrating life, celebrating spirit, celebrating joy. I also bless all faith traditions this day, knowing that there are many, many paths to the divine, there are many, many paths to the source, but there is only one source. So we bless our Christian brothers and sisters that worship in churches, Jewish folk that worship in the temples, the mosques, wherever anyone chooses to connect with the divine source within them. Connect in love, connect in joy. I know for anyone that has anything on their heart this day that they are seeking prayer for, that we lift them and that subject into this consciousness, and that as a community we hold them in our love and our light, knowing perfect and divine right action and order through that question, through that experience, knowing that spirit is right where that is, and all is unfolding as it should. And so it is with a heart filled with gratitude, joy, and thanksgiving that I release this prayer into the action and activity of law, knowing that it is done, that the word spoken is the word made manifest, and we affirm this truth together by saying, and so it is.
You are blessed. You are a blessing. You You are a blessing. You are blessed. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. Good morning. Gratitude makes a sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. And that's by Melody Beatty. Would anyone like to share a brief gratitude this morning? Penny?
Morning.
Morning.
So, I took Friday off work, which really made me feel good just in itself. And I spent the day playing up in Prescott. So that was really fun. I went to a gingerbread village and I went to a concert. And I missed Santa because I got confused on a marketplace is what I'm thinking of as a holiday marketplace. So I saw Santa on break. But yeah, it was a great time. And then yesterday I had the gift of time, which was really nice. I got to do whatever I wanted, and yeah, I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have any commitments, so totally grateful for this weekend. So, who's next?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just a few minutes ago got the amazing news from my niece that she is pregnant, and they've been trying. I think she may have lost a pregnancy or maybe more than one, but she sent me a little picture of the ultrasound. I'm so happy.
Congratulations. Anyone else? Okay, thank you. We are once again adopting a senior for the holidays. Our community outreach team is collecting funds to support gifts selected by Carol, plus stamps and other grocery gift card for her holiday dinner. Your financial contribution will go towards the purchase of all gifts. Please see the front desk today if you would like to contribute financially to Carol's happiness for the holidays. The final day to contribute for the winter holiday donations is today. And today also is our prayer circle after service, and that's about 11:30. This year, once again, we are collecting gifts for the Scottsdale Fire Department annual toy drive. Gifts for the children, 7 to 18, $25 gift cards are also accepted. The final collection day will be Sunday, December 15th. Please bring your unwrapped toys and place them under the tree. Thursday evening, December 19th, will be our candlelight service with Reverend Jill and Reverend Lee. And after the message this morning, Reverend Lee will open the mic for your questions or comments about today's topics. We have a basket of pens and scratch pads available on the front table if you'd like to take notes during the service. And we love music here at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. Today we have Be Here Now by George Harrison.
get overwhelmed and scared at the state of the world and existential about aliens or taxes or why we're here and it's all too much and it's all too heavy, I stop and I breathe. And it's kind of scary just floating out here, but there's one thing I can do that always helps. I zoom way in, right back into this moment, right back into right now. If you're feeling overwhelmed and a little bit out of control, just zoom with me for a sec. Right now, you're watching cute little videos on a cute little phone. And there's probably someone or something you love nearby. There's a roof over your head and breath full of life and courage and resilience in your lungs. The past doesn't have a hold on you, the future hasn't happened yet, and this moment, right now, is all yours. I know it's super hard to be positive all the time, and that's just completely unrealistic, but if you find some time to appreciate the little things that are happening in the now, I'm sure you can find a little peace there. You got this. I love you so much. Bye.
You got this. All of you. And all of you. You got this. And we say, well, just be here now. Just be here present. Just let go of all that stuff that happened long time ago. Let go of all that stuff that may be or may not be happening downstream in the future. But I know I find it challenging sometimes to let go of things that have happened. We can hold on to resentments, hold on to anger, hold on. They did that to me way back and that. Or I made this mistake here, there, and wherever. It's easy to hang on to that. And it can be, when we allow it, easy to let it go. Because where does it live? Where does all that historical stuff live? This right here. And who controls this? Who manages all this? We do. We make choices about what we think about. We make choices about what we talk about, what we discuss. I mean, I don't know about you. I have one or two stories I like to tell about the woe is me story, about bad stuff that may have happened in the past. And they just come out automatically. We get into conversations with new people or with friends or with whatever, and we start talking about, boy, remember when so-and-so did thus and such, and I did that. And we screwed that up. Is it really necessary? Do we not have better things to converse about? Is there a better story we could tell? Maybe a story about the good stuff that I'm doing, the good stuff that happened. But man, it's just not as dramatic, is it? We find it, I know I have in the past, or up until now, I have found it more fun to tell the dramatic story about how I almost died, or how I fell off the roof, or whatever. So the past can have a hold on me to the degree that I allow it. But what do I do with that? How do I let go of it? And maybe what's happened is I've told that negative story to me about myself so often that what I need to do is just reframe it. Maybe I need to look at it just a little bit differently and say, okay, I keep telling this story about about how, okay, all right, I'll tell that one. So I keep telling this story about how, in high school, I didn't turn in a lot of homework, but I got great grades on my tests. So they couldn't fail me. I didn't get a B. Maybe maybe I got a C plus or a B minus. I did get that A that I could have gotten had I put in just a little bit more effort and turned in at least half the homework. But what I can do is I can reframe that and say, you know what? There was a point when I got into college and I finally ran into an instructor who cared enough about me to call me on it, because I started doing it in college too. And I finally ran into an instructor that said, you know what, Lee? You're not getting out of the class until all the work is done. This is a pattern that's yours to be broken. So there are gifts in these past events if we take the time to find them, if we take the time to look. And so what's the other part of the equation? The other part of the equation is, first we have the past, we have now, but the other part that we need to concern ourselves with is what's happening in the future. All of our imaginings about what may or may not occur later on in life. But to get to the future, we need to let go of the past. We need to let go of, all those things we think may be holding us back. And Ernest Holmes has this to say about the past before we move into the future. He says, the universe holds nothing against us. What? The universe holds nothing against us. No matter how many mistakes we have made, we are still perfect beings within. And the within becomes the without. If we will carefully train ourselves to listen to the inner voice of truth, which seeks us in our moments of quiet and solitude. Seeks us in our moments of quiet and solitude. The universe holds nothing against us. Nothing against us. We do that. And we can choose not to do that. We can decide to just let all of that go. Claim the little lessons out of all of it, all the good stuff, all the learning and growing. Say, okay, I'm here. Now that I've cleaned all that up, I've got this moment, but what about all this that may or may not happen? All the scary stuff that I've created in my mind that says that may or may not happen out there. Or the lofty goals I've set for myself. I'm not quite sure I can get to them. Because I imagine all the things maybe that might go wrong. But they may not. What happens if it goes right? What happens if it all works out? Now, there are those who would say we start imagining all this stuff about the future. We set up all these expectations about the way things are going to be, the way things may or may not happen. We set up all this stuff. Am I in the now? Well, yeah, because I'm in the now planning, right? I'm in the now imagining. But rather than setting up all these expectations that may or may, all these expectations for ourselves, what if we shifted that expectation and just created an intention? And there's a difference for me. An intention says, this is the way I intend to be. This is the way I plan to be. I plan to express the direction I intend to go. Now, I don't know what that road looks like out there. I may have been down this road once or twice, but I don't know absolutely everything that's going to happen. Because when I take that first step or two, everything's up for grabs. Isn't it? I mean, really. Everything's up for grabs. What I can do is say, you know what? I'm going to bring the best of myself to bear in any given moment. I may not always be 100%, but I'll be 100% of what I've got, which today might be 80. Or maybe I just need a day to just unplug and just not show up. I'm just going to show up for me and sit on the couch, binge watch something, and eat popcorn. Maybe that's what I've got today. And maybe today I've got a 16-hour workday in me. But whatever it is, I'm going to give all of that and keep the vision and intention in mind that says, this is where I'm going. And I am more than capable to show up for every eventuality that may manifest itself. So what does this have to do with being now? What this has to do with being now is saying what I can manage, what I can control, what I can do with my life is what's in front of me in this moment. I can prepare all I want for the future. I can let go and reframe and relook at and kind of change my relationship with what's gone on in the past. And all of that's happening right now, isn't it? It's all happening in this moment. Eckhart Tolle writes this in his book, The Power of Now. He says, to be free of time is to be free of the need for past, for identity, and future for fulfillment. I am not just simply everything I've done. And how am I to be fulfilled by something that hasn't even happened yet? Why not be that right here? Why not bring so much love to bear on myself right now as I am that I can fill my own cup? That I can simply allow the universe to fill me because I am present with the presence right here where I am. Why not, as Lenny said, just zoom in and be grateful for what's in front of me, what's around me, what's within me, right here and right now. Because, man, all that stuff out there is out of my hands. I can't control it, can't manage it, can't do anything about it. All I can do is take care of my relationship with me, the within, and allow that to be reflected back to me in the without. As within, so without. As I shift my relationship away from what is happening down there and what has happened over here to what's happening right here, all of a sudden, the universe opens itself up to me. Because I'm giving attention to what is right here. And the presence is available to me when I am present. The presence is available to me when I am present. Eckhart Tolle goes on to write this: to know that you are not present, is a great success. That knowing is presence, even if it only lasts for a couple seconds. Do we know? Do you know? I bet we, in this room, and I bet everybody online too. Do you know when you're not present? So if you know when you're not present, do you know what being present feels like? Yes. Know what being present feels like. When we take time to sit and meditate and just watch our breath coming in and going out. And do it with me. You don't even have to close your eyes. Just breathe in. Let it go. Just doing that with the intention of simply being present, just that activity is powerful. Had another occurrence of serendipity, even just this morning. And Katie came downstairs. I was doing the final draft of my talk this morning, and she pulled up YouTube on the TV to do some yoga. And right below, you know how like below the video they'll show like, oh, and you've got these videos available too, and da 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 da. And there was an Alan Watts video. I said, well, when you're done with that, click on the Alan Watts video. And he was talking about just the same thing. About how letting go of the expectations of how we're supposed to be, how we think we're supposed to be downstream in the future sometime, letting go of all that and just allowing ourselves to be present in this moment is a path of freedom. It's a path that allows us to walk in a way where we have opened ourselves and invited in an experience of illumination. We have invited in the light. We have invited in new opportunities beyond what we have imagined before. All of a sudden, we're letting go of the expectations. All of a sudden, we're letting go of, well, they said I'm supposed to be da 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 da. It's like when I joined the debate team in high school, in my freshman year of high school. Every other person on that debate team wanted to be a lawyer. Every last one of them. And they looked at me as if, I don't know, my dad just told me I had to do this. I kid you not. I was like, my dad, my freshman year of high school, said, this is the one class I insist that you take. It was public speaking. If you were in the public speaking class, you were in the debate team. That was just part of the deal. I just was there because Dad said so. Look at me now. I had no expectation of being a lawyer. I had no desire to be a lawyer. So we let go of the expectation because we don't have to abide by what the world says we are supposed to do. We don't have to abide by what our parents have said we ought to be, or our friends say we ought to be, or have the conversations that everybody else is having just because they're having it. Because we have agency. We have the ability to make our own choices. We have the ability to manifest our lives, to speak our word from within this very moment where we are present with the presence. When we are in that place, the words we speak are power. The words we speak are creative. The words we speak are manifest in our lives to the degree that we embrace them in this very moment. Because this moment, when we are present with the presence, aware of it moving in, through, around, and as us, those words are responded to by the law. And the law says one thing, and that is yes. The law responds to us in accord with the dominant tendency of our thinking. Always. It has no choice but to do so. Ernest Holmes says this about the words we speak. The word is a mighty power, and that word is in me and through me now. My word is one with the infinite all good and cannot fail to accomplish the desired ends. My word goes forth with power unto everything I do, say, or think. The word is my power by day and by night. I will speak the word and trust in the great law of life to fulfill it. Speak the words. Speak them silently in your mind and heart. Speak them out loud. Take the time to consider them consciously in our minds and in our hearts, knowing that they are inevitably fulfilled by the law. Now, in this moment, the creative power in you, in me, is active. It is always happening. It is always going on. And the more we practice the presence, the more we practice being present, the easier it is to stay in that place. Grooves are literally created in our brains in accordance with where we spend our time, in accordance with the words we speak about ourselves, in accordance with the words we speak about our lives. The more we practice being present, the more present we become. You take that 5 minutes, that 10 minutes, that 15 minutes, that 20 minutes, each and every day to simply be present with ourselves, to be still and quiet and breathe and watch that breath. And when our mind starts slipping away, we say, we just bring it back. When the thoughts start creeping in, just wrap them in a little bubble and let them float away. And come back to the moment. Come back to the now. Come back to ourselves and the presence and the power of God, of Spirit within us. Let it all go. Can't change the past. Can't do anything about the future other than set our own intentions about it. Best we just spend the time being here, being now, and opening the gift that is the present. So, our spiritual practice this week. This week, we will return to a practice we've done before. We set a repeating reminder in your phone at a cycle that works for you, every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, every 10 minutes. When you're notified, pause and bring yourself present. Take a deep breath. Be here now. Look around and say to yourself, I am here right now. Find something you see, something you touch, something you smell. Be present. And take another breath. So practice this week. See how that works for you. Okay? All right. Time for questions. You're up. Questions, comments?
I have a weird one.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said When you're saying the word, will you put that slide up about the word, like two back, please? Because that got me, and then you said something. So that,
This one.
where's
Oh,
my back?
yeah.
Yeah. So at work,
Yes.
when I say a word that I shouldn't be saying, and you can't take it back. I mean, I can't take it back because I've already said it. I don't know how to be in the present when I'm being attacked.
So is it about the word or about the response you're getting?
The response I'm when I'm being attacked,
Okay.
instead of just keeping my mouth shut.
Right.
I don't.
I go back to, does it need to be said, and does it need to be said by me?
It's hard for me to keep it in. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How can I
Right.
just stay upset inside and then just
Right.
not say anything?
So, yeah, the challenge is going to be, the opportunity is to make a commitment to yourself or set an intention within yourself that says, I'm going to pause and take a breath. I'm going to pause and take a breath. And if you start with that, that will short circuit the cycle. Okay? We call it practicing the pause.
Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else? Anybody online?
Can you hear them?
No, I've got the chat right in front of me. All right. Okay then. All right. Let's practice then. We begin by turning within and allowing ourselves a moment just to be still. To let go of everything that has gone before, anything that may be coming up later. We bring ourselves to this present moment and breathe. And let it go. In this moment, we recognize the one power and presence that is infinite spirit, infinite mind, life, truth, love, peace, and joy. It is all of this and so much more. And it's within this presence that we live and move and have our being, and it in, as, through, around, fully expressing in this moment as us. And everything we see, touch, feel, and experience is its expression as well. In this moment and every moment. Every breath, every thought, every word, every activity is the expression of this spirit. And we are it. And so I speak my word for myself, for everybody here present, everybody online, for the Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, all of us, and the community we serve, truly the world, knowing that love points the way. That a spirit of love and joy guides and directs and expresses itself in, through, around, and as each and every one of us right here and now. The light of life as infinite presence and power shines forth, sweeping aside anything unlike itself. For we are truly guided in wisdom to do and to be and to express that which is for our highest and greatest good, and that of all concerned. We know that we are blessed abundantly, that this center and all of its members and all of its friends and the community we serve are lifted up joyfully, prosperously, in health and in wholeness in each and every moment. All is in right and perfect and divine order right here and right now. And we know this blessing goes forth as each and every one of us, the community that we serve, our state, our country, this world, is surrounded in this light. And we know that all is well. And the life is good and very good as each and every one of us. And so we let it be. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Reverend Lee. Nice message this morning about being present. So I invite everyone to be present now as we circulate our good to and through our community. It is our time of circulating, and we have lots of ways that we do that in this community. We can go to our website and make a donation there, scottsdalecsl.org, and you'll be offered the opportunity to make that reoccurring, where it comes out on a schedule that you set. And when you do that, you will receive, there they are, a tithe ticket that you put in the basket as your reminder that you are practicing the sacred art of tithing, of giving. And really, it's an investment in our center and all of the work that we do in the world and in the community. We also have a prosperity program called Money Finders. Money Finders proves the principle of what we focus on expands. If you've ever bought a new car and you thought it was the most special car on the planet, and then the next thing you know, everybody's driving the same car, it's because what you are focused on, your new car, is what you're seeing out there, the same car. And that principle is true, and it works in our finances as well as everything. And you can prove that through this prosperity program. You tithe 10%, you donate 10% here, you keep 90% in your life. And again, it proves a spiritual practice, spiritual principle. And we also accept Zelle donations if you want to use that through the app on your phone. It's donations at scottsdalecsl.org is our address for those donations. We also accept credit cards through PayPal. You can use the QR code, or the wonderful volunteers at the front desk will be happy to help you with that. If you're donating cash this morning, I would invite you to use an envelope with your name and your email address, because we are 501(c), which means we're nonprofit, and we will give you a statement at the end, at the first part of the year, for your tax deduction for those donations. So thank you for that. And did I cover all of it? Yes, we have an affirmation this morning, if you would join me. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm
join me in blessing that which has been circulated here today, our beautiful message, the smiles, the hugs, the connections that we've made. And for everyone that has chosen to circulate their good, their financial gifts to and through this community today, we are so blessed. And just knowing that that gift is blessed, pressed down to overflowing in their lives as they step confidently into the law of circulation. And I know that Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living is a grateful receiver of all of the gifts, financial and otherwise, time, talent, and treasure that come to us each and every week. We are so blessed, so grateful, and so it is. Thank you, Penny. All right, before we do closing announcements this morning, Kim, would you come up here, please? Oh, what did I do? You weren't here last week. We missed you, and we recognized our volunteers. And you are a key volunteer here, so I did not want you to miss out on being loved on and appreciated. I'll let you select whatever it is you would like, show me those you would like. Thank you for your service to this community in the many ways that you show up on a regular basis and all the love and the gifts and the talents and that you share with us.
Well,
thank you
all for letting me share.
Thank you. All right. Is there anyone else that was not here last week? All right. Very good. And closing announcements. If you would like prayer today, I'm going to invite you to join us in our prayer circle. We'll be meeting as soon as things settle down in the front lobby, and you can participate in many ways. You can join us in person in the circle, and you can participate with a spoken word or silently. You can email your request online. Folks at home, you can do that. And you can also place a written prayer request in the prayer box on the front table. And we gather and we pray. And we're not here for a very long time, but we are here and we are connected, and you're invited to join us in those prayers. And if you need additional prayer, I'll be available in the prayer room probably after prayer circle so everyone else can go. And remember to stop by the front desk this morning to make your financial contribution to the success of our center if you've not done so. And it's the final day to contribute to Carol's gifts. They will be delivered this week to the senior center for her happy holiday. If you've not contributed, folks online, you can also contribute through the website. And we will complete those gifts and donations this morning. There's a card on the front desk if you would sign that for her too, wishing her happy holiday. And we're collecting the toys for the fire department, Scottsdale Fire Department and toy drive. Next Sunday is our final day for those contributions, and then those will be taken next week over to the hunky firemen. So I don't get to do that this year. Diane has all that fun, but you can make those you can make those, you bring those in, put them under the tree. If you have a preference for making a cash contribution, today would be the last day for that, and we'll order some toys with those funds that come in and make sure those are here next week. So either way you like to do that, bring toys next week or cash donation this week. Our evening candlelight service is only a week and a half away. It's a beautiful service. It is our celebration of the Christmas holiday, the celebration of the light and the solstice. It's just the celebration of our community. We have a beautiful courtyard reception following that everyone's invited to stay for and just kind of celebrate us and celebrate life and all the joy that there's there. So we'll be starting here about 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. And if you would like to volunteer to help us out, we do need a few volunteers before service, and then we'll need some volunteers after service as well to help with the cleanup and so forth of the courtyard. Our annual Burning Bowl on a very fun and festive Sunday morning, that'll be on December 29th, and that's our regular service. It's where we say goodbye to the old and we welcome in the new and set our intentions, as Reverend Lee was talking about this morning. We set our intentions for the new year, and so be thinking about those so you're ready to go with that. And next week, we're going to continue with our season of illumination with my message, Illuminating Fear. Illuminating Fear. Be here at 10 o'clock for the message, 9:30 for meditation. Everyone's welcome to join us for that. And I invite you to stand for our affirmation and closing song. There we are. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today I live free in the now, and so it is.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand. I'm gonna stand there for joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. Thank you for being here.